Willie D Live.
You know, out of that 5%, 3% are women.
Right.
We need more brothers. Salute to our women. We love our women, but we need more brothers, man. You know, you have no idea how many times clients look at me and say, man, I am so glad to meet you, because I had another lawyer and they didn't know what I was saying.
So check this out.
Okay.
When I used to get in trouble back in the day,
Okay.
when I used to always be in court for something, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Man, when I see a black lawyer walk in, man, it just did something to my spirit, man. You see a black lawyer walking in, you be like, all right, brother, okay, all right, I might be all right. It don't even have to be my lawyer. I'll be like, maybe I got a fair shot. The brother in here, he gonna somehow look after me in some kind of way. It gives us the targets of so much of America's angst and discrimination, so much hope when we see a brother or a sister walk into that courtroom. We know that the deck is stacked against us.
100%.
We know for a fact that we're being targeted for failure.
Oh, my
We know that
gosh.
for a fact. It ain't no
Dispute.
It ain't no guessing about it. Yeah, it's not disputable, right? You know, we know that for a fact. So when we see a brother or sister walking out, man, we're like, okay, shit, maybe I got a shot.
You know, Willie, what you're saying is so true. One of the reasons why I got out of litigation, because I got tired of going to court, dealing with those same biases that you just talked about. As an attorney, not a defendant, as an attorney, oftentimes, because it's so few of us, when I do go to court, the judge mistakes me for the defendant. Happens often. Whether it's the judge or the clerks, when you first walk in. In L.A. County courts, you have the attorneys, when you walk in, and you have everyone else. They always stop me. And say,
Do you think that they do that sometimes just to fuck with you? Because I just refuse to believe that these people are that stupid all the time. A lot of the stuff that they do, I just refuse to believe that they're just that stupid. I think that a lot of times they just go out of their way to get under black folks' skin and so-called put you in your place.
100%. I concur with that assessment, Brother Willie, because our brothers deal with so many microaggressions, our sisters too, right, that they become macroaggressions. They just become so frequent. And if I'm dealing with it as an attorney, what are people dealing with it? How are they dealing with it on their jobs or driving down the street, going grocery shopping, trying to sell lemonade, as you saw in San Francisco? We are heavily policed. So, yes, that happens all the time. I had a judge tell me one time, Willie, I came in, my suit, and he says, counsel for the plaintiff. I said, Your Honor, it's me, Geoff Davis, here for the plaintiff. He said, no. He said, listen, you can represent yourself, but it says here you have an attorney. I said, I'm the attorney. He said, no. You're the actual party to the... I said, no, I'm the attorney. He said, wait, you're the attorney? I said, yes. He said, my apologies, counsel. I didn't have my glasses on. Let me put my... I'm like, what is your glasses? You never saw me before. That's the things that I deal with. So yes, 100%. That judge wasn't being, innocuous or harmless. No, he was doing it on purpose. And it happens often. But let me just say, you say you don't think people are that stupid. I think people who practice that type of racism is stupid. I'll go on the record and say it. There is no place for that. I mean, I thought Lady Justice was supposed to be blind, So, yeah, you mentioned that, you used to get in trouble all the time. The FBI crime statistics states that, we have the highest rates of a lot of stuff, right? But all that indicates, Willie, is that we're just policed more heavily. We don't commit any more crime than any other group of people. And that has been statistically proven.